Hey y'all. Here we go. Geometry 11.3, day 2, cones. We're going to be finding the surface area, the lateral surface area, and the regular surface area of these cones today. So cones are a little bit more challenging than cylinders, but slightly less challenging than pyramids. So you should be fine. Let's go over a little vocab right now so you can follow along your note sheet. This right here is called the base. So every cone is going to have a base that's a circle, right? Versus a pyramid has a base that's anything but a circle. This right here is called the altitude. So the altitude, UDE, the altitude is going to go from the tip or the vertex, which is like the top of the cone, perpendicular to the base, right? So it'll be going from the tip perpendicular to the base. And then the only other thing we need to know is this little thing right here. So this is called the slant height. And we call the slant height L. You can call it slant height, you can call it lateral edge. That's another way to think about it. So yeah, we're actually not going to use the altitude when we talk about surface area because the altitude runs on the interior of the shape and the surface area is everything that you can touch on the outside of the shape, right? So lateral surface area, that's going to be just the part of the cone without the base, and the total surface area, that's when you add on the base. So the total surface area is going to be one circle added on. So the lateral surface area is going to look like this. If we take the cone, right, we take this part of the cone, we cut it and we stretch it out, right, where this is L and this is the base of the cone. So to find the lateral surface area, area equals pi times r times L. Pi times r times L, where pi is pi obviously, r is the radius, and L is the lateral height, or the slant edge. Lateral edge, slant height, it's the same thing. Okay, so pi r L. Then if you want to find the total surface area, that's going to be area equals pi r L, which is the lateral surface area, plus the one base, which is going to be pi r squared. Okay, so this is like the outside or the wraparound part of the cone, and this is the base of the cone. Very good. All right, let's do a couple examples here. So you can pause the video and try these out on yourself, see if you can get them, or you can hang out, watch me do a couple, see if I screw up. So the lateral surface area is going to be area equals pi times r. So here I tried to trick you. We gave you the diameter. The radius is only going from here to here. So the radius is going to be 4. And then the other kind of thing that we're tricking you with is that this is not L. This is the altitude. We're going to use that to find volume. We got to find out what this is. But luckily we can do a little bit of the Pythagorean theorem. So we go 4 squared plus 7.5 squared equals c squared. Let's see, I think this is a special right triangle. This is 8, 15, 17. Yep, it is. So it's 17 divided by 2. Should be 8.5. Let's make sure that's right. So 16 plus 7.5 squared, square root, second answer, c squared is 8.5, perfect. Okay, so if I want to find the lateral, this is going to be the lateral edge, or the slant height, they're the same thing, 8.5. So 8.5 times 4. So that's going to give me a total surface area of 34 pi. So that's the exact, and it's going to be just units squared. That's the exact. If you want to figure out what the decimal approximation is, you just type into the calculator. Now to figure out the total surface area, we take this, which is the lateral surface area, the wraparound part, and we add to it the area of the base. And there's only one base in the cone, so that's going to be 16 pi. So that gives me a total area of 50 pi units squared. Shout out to Daniel. Miss you. Anyway. Cool. So that's number 1. Boom. Number 2. Boom. Let's see here. All right, example 2. So we're going to find just the total surface area of this. So when you look at this, it's going to be the lateral surface area of the cone plus the lateral surface area of the cylinder plus only one circular base, because we can only touch this one. We can't touch these in here because the shape is hindering our touching of it. So, okay. So again, this is kind of pretty similar to what we just did. So this is going to be 3 as well, because the radius is going to be the same in a cylinder all the way up. Then we can do Pythagorean theorem. 4 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. So I can get this to be 5. Or you can just know that's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. So to find the top, we're going to do pi r. Oh, r is 3. Make that a parentheses very simply. Times L, which is 5. So that's going to be 15 pi for the top cone part. Now to find this one, this is what you guys learned a couple days ago. It's going to be the perimeter, or this the perimeter of the base times the height. That's how we find the surface area of a cylinder. So this is also known as circumference. So circumference is 2 pi r. So the circumference of the circle is going to be 2 pi times 3. So the circumference is going to be 6 pi. And then we're going to take that and we're going to multiply by 8. So 6 pi times 8, that's going to be 48 pi. So we just found the lateral surface area of this cylinder, and now we have to find the lateral surface area of, or sorry, just the base, which is going to be pi r squared, which is 9 pi. So we got to take this plus this plus this is a composite shape. So we got 15 plus 48 plus 9. That's going to give me 72 pi units squared. Nice. Nice. Shout out to Katie. Hey, Katie. Hope you're doing good. Miss you. Can't wait to see who I'm going to shout out next. I don't know who I'm going to shout out next. Last one. We got a chemistry lab, and you're using a conical filter. A conical filter. Okay, so that's just going to be the filter. If you think about like a coffee filter, just sits on the inside of the cone. So we actually don't need the base. We just want the lateral area, right? The lateral area. So in order to do that, we do pi times r times L. So r here is going to be 40. Pi obviously is going to be pi. And then L, again, we're always trying to trick you. We're always making you do that Pythagorean theorem, right? So we got 40 squared plus 45 squared equals c squared. Let's see here. Divide by 5. 8, 9, 3, 4. No, I don't think it's a special one. Let's find out. 45 squared plus 40 squared equals square root, second answer, 60.2. So I get C to be 60, actually 3625. So I'm going to simplify that for you. Divide by 25. 3625 divided by 25. 145. You know what? Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Take the square root of both sides. Square root of 3625. 60.2. And that is what the lateral edge is. So let's just take those and multiply them together. So we got square root of 3625 times pi. Sorry, 3625 times pi times 40. That gives me 455,530.9. Does it want me to round? Nope. Units. squared. Sorry if you wanted me to keep that exact. I didn't. Last shout out goes to David Dubois. Miss you. All right, peace.